What's up, guys? Tony here from Geek Legion Games, and today we got ourselves an undefeated Rapidmon deck that we had at Easy Game Half Case Tournament. This is Ryan's deck. This isn't mine. I came in 7th place, but I'll tell you, we're going to dissect this deck and show you how good this deck is against Imperial Mon and other Rapidmon decks. So without further ado, let's jump right into this bad boy. Alrighty, to start off our baby count, we have our Cupimons and our 5th egg being Upamon. Now, I ran the mistake of running 4 Upas thinking like that was the strat. My deck was pretty much the regional first place in Oceania. I ran 4 of these. Honestly, never procced this off once. Actually, that's a lie. I did one time, it didn't do me anything. Cupimon here, since my recovery half the time was over like 7+. If I had Cupimons here, I probably would have a better standing than 7th, honestly, and then a much better shot with Ryan. But this is what won them the game pretty much. He's just constantly drawing cards, and I was just sitting there, just not having a hand. But Cupimon, I like this ratio here. I think going for and anyone playing Rapidmon should just run this ratio here. It's really good, really powerful. Drawing cards is just really good. The higher hand you got, the better you are. So anyway, we got our rookies here. We got a 4 Patamon and 2 Salamons. Patamon, starter deck Patamon, getting kind of hard to find if you haven't bought the structure deck yet, which I believe is ST3. It's kind of, I mean, it's not expensive, this card, but if just the structure deck's not being, I don't think, print anymore. I could be wrong about that. I could be really wrong about that. But I think this card runs like $1 or so. But this card is key with Rapidmon only because it's inheritable once per turn. Opponent's Digimon is defeated by dropping its DP to 0, you gain a memory. Now imagine if you had, just a field of these. You can have your, hybrids on this and whatever, but if you have like just Rapidmon, just blow the board up, gaining 2, 3, 4 memory, that'd be the dream, of course. But it is a once per turn, so if you have multiples, proc them off. But if you have one, I mean, you get a free Evo, so go to 4 to 0 and then go back to 1, you can extend your play a little bit and then choke them. It's good. Then Salamon, of course, is just when it's defeated, recover 1 if you have 3 or less. Half the time I didn't really proc that off either because the scaredy is so high. I just have him there and I need a Rapidmon to Digivolve to. Which, speaking of, we've got the 4 right here. The all-star of the deck, pretty much. You imagine if this was a hybrid too, it'd be busted. But anyway, it's always going to be Evo for 4, so that's why you need a Memory Tamer and at least a Cody to go to 4, maybe 5, and just go to 1 or 0 when Digivolving this and able to swing out a Digimon. If it's alive when you suspend all 3 of them, if you have 3 or more Tamers. Nuke the board. If one Digimon lives, if it's got 7k, whatever, just swing into it, destroy it. It's awesome. So, that's why Imperial Digimon decks are... That's like the biggest counter of their deck, of course, because they're spamming out their VMons, of course. But, living back to the BT7 days, of course, we have our Kazi, Zephyr, and you guessed it, Jet Sylph, the 3 ladies here. Thought we'd be done with PT7, but they're just going to stick around, and I believe, going into BT9 too, and further up. If you're still playing yellow, I mean, until they restrict this card, you got to play it. You just got to play it. Now going up to our Megas, we're running our 2 Afanimons here. This card is just huge. So when you go up to Jet Sylph and then you have a little extra memory, you play this. Now if you're able to attack with it, it's gross. You get to recover 2 and then just keep swinging. And God forbid it dies, you just replay it on another Kazi or any of your other level 4s. It's just huge. Now if we had purple here, of course, we'd be killing a Digimon too as well. But it's just here for the recovery on deletion. And then to round off the next Mega, which is our level 7, is Susanomon. For when our deck is starting to go to 0. Play this for, get all your Tamers and Hybrids back in. Pretty much start the game over with 10 cards in. And if you have another one in your hand, just do it again so you can't deck yourself out. Honestly, I did one game where I played 2 of these and got 20 cards and was able to win a game that way. But going against a mirror match, it is kind of, it's a slugfest. I'll tell you that right now. But because you can play it and then just gets killed, but it's all around good card if you can get 3 checks in. For the Tamers, this is where it gets nutty. So we have 3 TKs because 3 and 4 are pretty good. The 4 Cody, that card's gross with Rapidmon, and the 3 Zoe. Now, most lists and the miss list, the list I played with was 4, 4, and 4. This is where going against other, like if I went up against any other Rapidmon other than Ryan, if there was more, and they play the next tamer count here, which is the TKs and the Kari. I'm gonna hold off on one more tamer because it's a spice. This is why I pretty much lost games. I could not beat around this. Like getting in for checks, whatever. I'm forced to give them 4 memory. They have 2 of these on the field. And the fact they could just go into Jet Sylphie, go to 1 to 0, and then play this. You have 2 of them out, go right back and gain 2 memory just because they put some in, which also works with TK if it gets moved and put back in since everything's yellow. You can still proc the Karis off. So, and also then you can actually use TK and Zoe just for hybrid swings, whatever. You're not forced to use the Zoes and have to keep this. That was my issue, and sometimes I had to force to use a Cody at, which felt really bad. But the allspice to the tamer list here, this is Davis. I only seen Ryan do this once to me. I'm pretty sure he's done this to others, but for both games, this card came out as security. And Jet Sylphie in, still his turn. And then he Ophanimon, because since he had the memory with this, and this, and this. Still his turn, the Ophani, which was tapped, triggering this to untap and swinging pretty much lethal almost every time. The 2 times we played our games, this card just blew me out of the water, which I was like, what? And you're all probably thinking that too. I mean, you can get the green if you have a Rapidmon out, but other than that, you're not worried about that top part. The bottom part here, that's, you know, if you're able to do it, you do it, you know? So that's it for that. And then there is one more blue card here in the options. We'll get that to the very end because, you know, we like saving the good stuff. We have our 3 javelins here and our Wyron's Breath for a kill spell. Playing this for 6 doesn't feel bad at all any point in time of the game. Unless like you're at 0 and getting them like full 6. That kind of feels a little bad, but drawing a card and then just nuking a Digimon for sure. Awesome. So you have it 3. I was most of the time that just go to 3 and give them 3 and kill something, draw a card. You know, it's just really good. And then the nuke negative 15 on a very big Digimon, you know. Even casting this 2 straight out of your hand for 8 doesn't really feel bad because as long as you're able to prolong the game, that's all you need that for. Then we got our reinforced memory boost. This card is just gas, you know, looking at 2 cards and then like, oh look, I got 2 tamers, and just put 1 in security and what have you, whatever. I even thought about with Rapidmon, whatever, maybe throwing in an Omnimon Zort, which is nice here. My last game, I went up against Gerald. He played our first game, reinforced memory boost, and saw Zort defeat and then a tamer. He's like, oh, I'm gonna just put the Zort in security. I was like, blah. So I was like, I couldn't swing it until he had to shuffle it because, you know, got to get it out somehow. Then we got our 3 memory boosts. This card's great too. I mean, even without a mulligan. I mean, looking for 4 cards, and I only bricked once with this, where it's just found all, you know, options and tamers. But looking at 4 cards, looking for your Rapidmon if you don't have it, or a crucial, you know, hybrid card you need. And you can just have these stack on the field. You don't have to pop them right away. That was my issue. I just kept popping these thinking I need to, you know, I need that memory. But having these the longer out, and then like, okay, I can go to like 10 just having all this. To end the video, that's the last option. It's blue. Ice Wall. Now, I have hit this security I think twice our game with my game with Ryan, but I never see him played it out because I didn't really check what his games, whatever. But I'm pretty sure he did while he's watching this video. You know, Ice Wall does. You know, you're at 0, whatever. You can just Ice Wall. I mean, if they have a memory 10, they go to 3, whatever. But like, if you're going against Imperial Dramon, they can't get those, you know, dumb swings in with Pilgrimon. You know, swings, unsuspend, swing. Oh look, I can do another attack. Yeah, this card says no. So basically, this is a deck to counter Rapidmon itself and to make sure it holds out against Imperial Dramon decks, because that's all over the place like cancer. So be sure to like and subscribe. I like this deck a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna copy this, of course, and that's not me, whatever. But definitely will have to dissect my deck myself and then delve in a little bit with this spice. But that's gonna do it. Happy Memorial Day, everybody, and we will see you at the next deck tech next time. And don't forget to get your geek on.